Okay, so hello guys, and then welcome to another episode of One Tree Technicals. As you all know, this is basically a market outlook session. We get to see what opportunities we can get in the markets, and you guys basically get to see how I get my entries and exits, my forex trading strategy. So before we continue, for those that are watching this video on YouTube, please like and subscribe to the page as usual, and you can always share to your friends. Yeah, so let's get started. Fundamental wise, we don't have any high impact news today. We only have a mid impact news by 2:30. Which means the market might just be uneventful today. And then today happens to be the day before NFP. So if you actually look at the market right now, it's already ranging. Let's jump on our charts. Hope you guys can still see my screen.
Yep. Yeah.
Okay, cool. So if we look at, let's start with the 4H. When we look at the 4H, the 4H is actually bearish. We basically had this lower high, then the lower low here, and then price has just, it's more or less like price is trying to pull back, but then it's just there. Yeah. But then if you go to the 1H, when you go to the 1H, let me go back to the 1H. Yesterday, what I was basically looking for was for price to come back, retrace, and then tap into these whole zones here. These whole zones here. That was around the 0.618 Fibonacci. I was thinking he knew to push it down much, but then price did not actually push it. We just stuck here. Now, watch something. Price created this high yesterday, came down, failed to create another low. We're just inside our range, and then now it's pushing up, and then it has tapped the top. That's last high that was created, and then now it's rejecting to the downside. So with the way the market is looking today, that there's no high impact news, you might just see that price will just be ranging like this throughout today. It will just be ranging up and down, and then it will basically wait for the news tomorrow. But then it's the market, so our work is not basically to say this is what it's going to do. Our work is to see if it does this one, this is what we're going to do. So what can we watch out for? First, we have a low here, and then we have a high here. Yeah. So whenever we break this low to the downside, then it means we're actually continuing that downtrend. So we can look out for a retest and then a continuation. That's like the simple way we can look at it. A complicated thing price can do is just break above, and which by the time it breaks above, it means it's actually shifting. So from this downtrend, we'll be shifting back to an uptrend. So that's actually going to make things quite interesting. But then let's just watch out and see how it plays out. Yeah. So if we break above, looking at a retest and then a continuation. Well, let me check something. Oh, should happen at night. But then price has not hit CP yet. And price tap here. This was 8 o'clock. Anyway, so this is basically what I have on NZD USD. I'm just looking, can price break above or below? So any point it breaks from, I'm looking for a retest to continue. Then we have AUD USD. This one too is clearly ranging. Well, actually, if you look at the higher time frame, we're actually bearish. But then right now it has started ranging. Price movement is just looking as if it's gold. So it's more or less ranging down here. We created this low. The other day, the news created this low, and then we created that high. Price created another low here, and then we pushed up. We just tapped those highs, and then we're actually trying to reject from there. So it's the same thing we had on NZD We'll just wait for price to exit the range, break below or above. Just as simple as that. So it's basically that. Right now, it's just to wait and see how it plays out. Then gold. Let me see, is gold doing anything? Nah, gold too is not doing anything interesting. We just have this whole, this one is not even range. It's just moving very flat. So for now, there's nothing really. Honestly, there's nothing really. It's just wait for the news. And from experience, yeah, most times when we have NFP, the day before NFP is always slow. It's always slow. You always see it consolidating. So that's the thing. And then the fact that we don't have any high impact news today makes everything very, very shitty. I think this NFP, yeah. It's NFP tomorrow. And then the NFP itself, I'm doubting if it's going to have any moves in the market. So, guys, is there any currency pair you guys want us to take a look at before we go?
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Musharraf, how are you?
Fine, sir. Sir, GBP USD.
Uh-huh. What happened to
Can we
GBP?
turn us?
Oh, GBP USD. Can we check
Yeah.
USD? Musharraf,
Sir,
who is it P Boy Enterprise on that group chat?
Playboy.
That
I
no
don't,
P Boy Enterprise.
I don't even know who is that too.
GBP USDT is flat. Its own consolidation is even worse than other pairs.
That thing that had BG yesterday was also annoying.
Eh?
That thing that had job yesterday cost me a lot.
Well, it's news, and I think I said this earlier. Yeah, the first day the thing moved the market very well. Second day it might not actually move the market. Do you understand?
Yeah.
It's how news works. Most times when there's a news that moves the market massively, you hardly see the next one, let's say almost immediately moving the market like that again. This candlestick basically just took out liquidity, it took out the top. People that were buying, it's basically went and took their orders, came down, the orders of sellers and went back, took everybody's stop loss. That's basically it.
Yeah.
A very nice indecision candle. So the moves in the market, we might just see them tomorrow. Well, me, honestly, the next trade I'm getting, I'm risking, I'll just put all my money on it. Honestly, I'm tired. I'm tired. Because honestly, throughout this week, I've not actually traded. Yesterday, self, additional to the fact that I woke up and then my PC was low, there was no power to charge it, everything. I was just vexing because the market just made impulsive moves. And I knew that yesterday there would be no trade opportunity, even today. So the whole thing was just putting me in my feelings. But normal since the market is just wait for the next opportunity. Is there any other pair you guys
Don't
want
trust the market
to
now.
take it? What did you say?
What of GBP JPY?
GBPJPY to see everything right now might be the same thing. Everything might just be slow. The fact that except if USD JPY actually moved. So look at this one. This one too is ranging. Let's look at the 4H. Let me see what it's looking like. Okay, Bashir that AED Bashir, where did you get this currency pair from? AED how do you want to trade it? Two of them are correlated. They literally move in the same direction.
I saw one opportunity there yesterday, so I'm still in the
Okay,
market.
so on this one here, we're actually bearish, but then right now we started ranging here. We started this small range here on the 4H. Yeah, so let's jump on our lower time frame and see what we can get. It's the same thing actually. See the low of the range. See the low of the range. See the high of the range. So price is still inside. So there's nothing really there to talk about.
Okay.
Let's see. Bashir said AUD NZD. Bashir, what opportunities did you see here?
You can go to the
One sec, let me see something. Okay, the 4H was bearish, but then right now it's looking as if it wants to shift. So now let's take a look at it, yeah? What we can basically watch out for is, okay, see price is approaching this high here. So
Yes.
how we break this high to the upside, then we're actually shifting. So once we break, you can actually look at that proper retest, then a continuation of it. That's basically it. So basically, we have these lows down here. But this low, honestly, if price break itself, price might just break it, come down, retest here, and then go back and maybe validate it. But then I think the one I'll be paying more attention to is the one at the top. Do you understand? But then if price breaks to the downside, then it's basically continuing the trend, honestly. It's basically continuing the downtrend. But for now, it's just to watch out and see how it and see what it does basically, because price is approaching those highs right now. So it's just to pay attention and see whether it will break or it will just react from there and then push to the downside.
Okay.
Do you understand it, Bash?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that pair you guys want us to take a look at. Okay, no other pair. So, guys, let's just take care in the market. Let's have fun. Have a very wonderful trading day. Even if you don't have setups today, maybe tomorrow we'll have setups. So, and yeah, just pay attention to the markets. If I see anything interesting, I'll update you guys. But in the case where there's nothing, we just have a normal trading day. And stay safe, guys. I'll catch you guys same time tomorrow. Bye, guys.
Thank you.